Welcome to Late Night Harlem. I am your host, Laurence Anthony, here with my illustrious West Coast correspondent, Brianna Seagraves. And this is a little segment we like to call Blind Debates. We have zero idea what we're going to be debating, except we know we are going to be debating something. So for that, we throw it to our amazing director, George, who is going to give us our topics. We're going to have to debate them on the spot. George, take us away. What are the rules? How is this working out?
Hello, Laurence. Hello, Bree. How are you both doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm just directing from my pajamas. It's fantastic. Okay. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to give you a topic. You're going to have a 60-second argument, and your opponent's going to have a 30-second rebuttal. And then you guys are going to switch where Bree will have a 60-second argument, and Laurence will have a 30-second rebuttal. Okay? Which of these has the potential to be the next big docu-series? Okay, so Bree, since you won the last one, pick a number from 1 through 4.
3.
3. Okay, Laurence, 1 through 4
2.
except 3. 2. Okay, so Bree, your docu-series is Andy Warhol.
Okay.
Laurence, your docu-series is Jay-Z. Okay, so Bree, since you won last round, I'm gonna give. Oh wait, we're gonna do 90 seconds starting now.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
We're gonna do 90 seconds to do the prep, starting right now.
Oh God, I'm not even gonna write anything down. Right, Bree. Right, Bree.
And stop. Okay. All right, Bree, since you won last round, I'm gonna give the first 60 seconds to you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so starting now.
Okay, so the docu-series that is going to be major is going to be Andy Warhol, because he came around in a time that was incredibly creative for not just artists, but just for the world in general. I mean, he's an inspiration to so many people. Studio 54, he was a staple there, and we get to see that kind of generation. Also, I mean, listen, he makes priceless art, so you can't sell streams. Like, I mean, nobody's going to collect that. Like, that's not something that you can get with Jay-Z. And also, let's just point out, if it wasn't for Andy being around, then Jay-Z wouldn't really be rapping about anything, because without Andy, there would be no Basquiat, and then we wouldn't have any of those references and any of that art. And then he would just kind of be like your neighborhood cool kid. Boom.
All right.
What did she have? Like 40 seconds left with that weak argument? Weak 40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm really ready. I'm
Laurence,
ready.
your 60 seconds start now.
So in true Hove fashion, I'm going to do this without any preparation, off the top, like he does in the booth. Documentary on Jay-Z. Outstanding. So let's see. How far back do we want to go? We want to go back to 88 when he was actually a drug dealer. Talks about his rise to fame. First of all, we all love a New York drug story coming up from the bottom. That's a win. Then we get to the 90s when Nas has taken over and Jay's like, what am I going to do? I'm going to become a failure. Turns it around. All we're talking about really with Jay is we're talking about an arc. It's like Gatsby. Just like this. Just going like this. We're going to follow him from his rise from nothing to Hard Knock Life to Big Pimpin'. And then we get into him owning the Brooklyn Nets. I'm sorry, I don't remember Andy Warhol owning the Brooklyn Nets. I don't remember that. Maybe that didn't happen. Yes. Okay, so we can talk about that. Oh, a little artist called Beyonce, meeting Beyonce. Whoa, imagine what that part of the documentary looks like. Oh, then we can also talk about when Biggie got shot and how
and
much
that's 60
this
seconds.
Is a 10-part documentary.
That's 60 seconds. Okay, Bree, your 30-second rebuttal starting now.
Okay, listen, we don't really need a Jay-Z documentary because, as you said, Beyonce, she's the one we really care about in that power couple, so nobody really needs to hear about Jay-Z anymore. Shout out to Brooklyn. At the end of the day, we're tired of hearing old man rap because you can't be 40 and 50 years old still rapping about what you did back in the 90s. or the 80s. I mean, it just really isn't something that we really want to hear. What you gonna do? Rap about the twins?
Can we call the like some kind of violent hotline? Because this is a massacre. This is a massacre.
Your 30 seconds are starting right now.
So listen, I got all love in the world for Andy Warhol. Amazing, amazing artist. We all know this, historic, for sure. But when we talk about artists, we talk about longevity. And that's one of the most important things with any artist is longevity. Jay has been relevant for such a long time. And there is a soundtrack to our lives made by Jay. So yes, and to actually rebut what you were saying with being old man rap, what's actually interesting about Jay is he's the only person who's that age who's rapping about things that we can all relate to. Marriage, relationships, adultery,
And that's 30
parenting.
seconds.
He's actually grown.
We all relate to adultery?
You know, you're going over time twice. You should be deducted points.
That humans can relate to.
I actually think the last one is close. Not by much, not by much actually, but I'll give it to Laurence.
You're gonna have to, because otherwise his head would have exploded if you didn't. Woo! My gosh.
Can I give my final thoughts?
No.
Bree, when you brought up when you brought up, what was that last point, Daquan? There was a good one.
Without Andy, there would be no Basquiat. And
Yes. Also, hasn't he rapped about owning Warhols?
He has. Also great to have like a catalog or whatever that only like a company can buy. But listen, that art going up at Christie's and Sotheby's is going a lot of cash. And your boy Jay-Z has to invest in that so that he can actually be a billionaire.
We don't disagree. So that was our game we like to call Blind Debates. I want to thank my esteemed competitor loser, Brianna Seagraves, for bringing her best effort. But some things in life are just guaranteed. The sun rising in the east, Laurence Anthony winning debates. This is Late Night in Harlem. Please drop your comments below. Subscribe. YouTube channel, IG. You can find us there. This is Late Night in Harlem, everyone. Winner!
Shout out to Brooklyn.